Both wins and losses. There's Don.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live on the LI Sports Network, getting ready for the NECHL playoffs here at the Long Beach Ice Arena. My name's Travis Quigley, taking you through the call. I said this evening, it's really this afternoon. Brady Campbell joining me for a color commentary. Brady, expecting a good matchup here between 4 and 5, the College of New Jersey and the Farmingdale State College Rams. Winner will move on to play the top seed Rutgers University Scarlet Knights here tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, a little bit of an earlier start, Travis, than we're used to, but it should be a good one here. Both these teams coming into this game, as you said, winner will face Rutgers, the 1 seed. No easy task there, but they both have to maintain their focus on this game. Of course, coming off of, especially Farmingdale, coming off of a very busy weekend last weekend up in Connecticut. But it should be a good one. I think these teams are both pretty evenly matched. And, yeah, fun hockey set to go. We got a fun weekend here on LISN here in Long Beach.
Absolutely. Farmingdale played ACHA M2 this season, the NECHL, ACHA M1 conference. Farmingdale going to be joining the NECHL next season. For the Rams, not the result they were looking for at regionals last week, and they picked up a win in the round of 16 over Bentley, but fell to Northeastern in the quarterfinals. So not what they were looking for. They were hoping for a deep Nationals run. Now looking to end their season on a high note, lifting this NECHL trophy. The College of New Jersey 9-19-2 coming into this one, and they're looking to turn around some of their regular season woes and bounce back for playoffs here. We're going to turn it over to the PA, Michaela Kochi, for the announcement of starting lineups in the national anthem. Lineups announced, anthem's been played. We are just about ready to go here at the Long Beach Ice Arena, live on the LI Sports Network. Before we get to the opening face-off, we do hear everybody here at the LISN family want to pass our sincere condolences on to the Smith family. Thomas Smith of the Farmingdale Rams, his father tragically passed away last weekend, a beloved member of the Farmingdale family and the hockey community here on Long Island. So again, everybody here at LISN passes our heartfelt condolences on to the Smith family, and our thoughts and prayers are with you all.
Absolutely, Travis. Couldn't say it better myself. Really, really difficult, tragic loss for Thomas Smith and the Farmingdale and college hockey community, and praying for the Smith family and Farmingdale hockey.
100%. And Thomas in the lineup tonight for the Rams, wearing number 77. Farmingdale sending out Keller, Bridgewood, Del Grosso up front to start things. Kravitz and Nolte on the back end. It's the Rams who win the opening face-off. Helkowski line starting here for TCNJ. Gregory and Scarmato up front. Smith and Walter on the back end. Between the pipes for the College of New Jersey, it's Christian Esposito, Brian Cronin for Farmingdale. Nolte has it in front of his own net. A lot of pressure on. He loses an edge. Bridgewood drops back and wraps it to the weak side to Kravitz. Kravitz, a little poke at it, kept in the zone. On the near side now, there on it first, Colin Helkowski keeps it deep. Bridgewood swings it up to Del Grosso. Redlining in for GDG as Walter gets it from his netminder and starts the breakout. Farmingdale make the change. O'Donnell F1. Walter takes a bump from O'Donnell, joined by Duffy and Minio. This line was all over the stat sheet last weekend at the ACHA Regionals. Duffy with 2 goals in that loss to Northeastern as Leppert shoots, hits the side of the net. Minio trying to dig it off the side of the cage. Joe Minio off the wall up top. It's Leppert on the backhand, just floats it to the corner, no lane to the net. Quick pass for Minio, save is made. That deep pair for the College of New Jersey stuck out there, and they're going to be stuck out here even longer, Brady. As the net was knocked off, they're not going to be afforded a chance to change. So a minute 19-second shift and counting for the deep pair of Smith and Walter right now. Yeah, and that was Esposito going post to post, knocking it off its moorings there. A great shift for Farmingdale. We'll see if they can keep it up, but yeah, as you said, long shift. Ivers his signal, ready, glove save. Up the wall. Ivers trying to keep it deep. Walter going to try to reverse things here. Up the same side, hits Greenspoon on the tape. He'll force it out to the middle of the ice. And you look at both benches, Brady. Farmingdale, packed bench, 4 lines deep. Only about 3 lines on the bench for TCNJ. You look at their roster, 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. So just hitting that roster minimum, I'd say. Yeah, for sure, and they did have a little bit of trouble getting here as well, but they brought most of their squad, but as you said, yeah, a little bit short-handed compared to Farmingdale. We'll see if that plays a factor. Maybe not right now, but as this game wears on. LeChase gets there first, out front looking for Signoretti, broken up. Good stick by Gabata, but Ivers takes it right back. Thomas Ivers rolls the point, scissor play, keeps the puck, holds it on the blue, but just forced out and delayed offside on Farmingdale. Stretch pass to May, comes off his stick. Thomas Smith is there, he'll hammer it off the boards, gloved down by Kushner. Out front, one-timer broken up by John Crodell off the bench. Up to the point, that shot deflects into the corner, McGregor defends. Logan May cycles, one-time try, Cronin save, rebound out there, Cronin with another stop. Get another look at it here, Travis. A little play there behind the net. Phenomenal centering pass in tight. Awkward initial save for Cronin. And then the rebound kind of screened maybe a tad there by his own teammate, but able to make that save as well. Yeah, had to battle to get that one done. As off the D-zone draw, Rams get it out. Lombardo to Crodell. Crodell trying to chase it down, poked away by Esposito. A delayed penalty here. It's going on TCNJ. Rams got to be careful here not to take a retaliatory penalty. It's going to be Scarmato, I believe, going to the box here. Popping back to his feet, Anthony Rodriguez. And no, pardon me, it was Helkowski that scored it to the box. And a power play upcoming here for Farmingdale. Can they capitalize early on in this contest? Not even 3 minutes in. Rodriguez gets a couple taps on the back as he gets back to the bench. One back to the point. It's Alessi. He'll hold, roll middle. Right flank, Bridgewood. He'll put it off into the corner for Joe LaChase. Goes back to Bridgewood, who plugs the wall and takes it behind. Out front, didn't make it to Keller.
That was a great stick defensively by Duggan. Read that pass perfectly. Got a stick on it, allowed his team to get the clear.
Alessi going to leave this puck for Ivers. Thomas Ivers back for Alessi. One touch ahead. Bridgewood over the blue. Puts it cross corners, glove down. Clearing attempt not out. Ivers on the keep in, weak side wrap. Doesn't make it to Bridgewood. May gets the stick lifted, and Bridgewood keeps it deep. Ivers racing after it, leaves it for Keller. Up to the point, Frank Alessi cuts across, he'll shoot for a stick. Didn't make it to the cage, cleared once again by Logan May.
Good job here from the College of New Jersey, keeping the Rams to the outside for the most part in that power play, getting sticks in the lane there, not letting that shot through.
Crodell for Alessi going back across. Save made, covered up by Esposito.
So 49 seconds left here on the power play. The Rams not getting a whole lot done so far. We mentioned a couple shots from the point just a moment ago. That was a pretty good net drive there. Great defense, though, tying up the Rams in front by the Lions.
Left of Esposito, one back. Over to Leppert from Nolte. Leppert will shoot, stick save. Walter trying to clear. It's blocked down by Crodell. Crodell for Duffy. Up to the point. Pat Nolte. Settles, little head fake. Back down the boards. Goal line, it's Crodell. Looking bumper spot right under the stick of Lombardo. And all the way down. Farmingdale must break out again with 20 seconds remaining on the penalty to Helkowski. Crodell. Quick turn, now he moves north. Hits Jace Lombardo, enters the offensive zone. Drops it off to Crodell. Hammers it around. Lombardo stops it, back to even strength. Crodell touches it deep. Hard wrap kept by Leppert. He walks and shoots, deflected, delayed offside, and we get the whistle.
It's a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a delay call from the linesman, just the players didn't react quite quickly there, and almost a dangerous chance would not have counted, however. But a huge kill for the College of New Jersey to start this hockey game just about 5 minutes in. Didn't allow a whole lot of dangerous chances either from the Rams. But if you're the Rams, you got to keep going. Pretty good start. They've had the ice tilted for the most part.
Smith trying to put it off the wall, off of Gibson's twig and over the glass. 5 minutes gone by here in the first period of play. Still nothing between the Rams and the Lions. Center ice for the faceoff. And O'Donnell pulls it back clean. McGregor after it. Up the boards, hits Trabb, touch pass middle. O'Donnell off the skate, Smith at the net. And a glove save held by Cronin. Left of Brian Cronin. Going forward off the draw. Duggan looking out front for the pass. Blocked by McGregor. Still in his skates. Both sides trying to dig it out. And it's whacked to the corner. O'Donnell off the wall. Hits Trabb. Trabb chips it in for Minio. Minio stops up, looking back to Trabb, broken up, but O'Donnell following up, takes the play. Hits Minio in his skates, and out come TCNJ. Kushner pokes it over. One-time try goes wide. Turning try through the blue paint for Kushner. Up to the point. Duggan leaves it around for Kushner. For May, off the back of the net. Thomas Smith wraps it to Minio, jumps his stick from the point, a glove save, and Cronin takes the stoppage.
It's a very dangerous chance there for the Lions. Kushner able to set up the Duggan one-timer, and he had the goalie Cronin there leaning towards his right, of course going from left to right. Tried to shoot it back glove side, just missed its target. Great look there.
Pulled back, that one blocked. And Signoretti goes right through his man, knocks him to the ice. Kept in. Now it's Signoretti, gets the stick lifted by Scarmato. LaChase will swing it back to Kravitz. Over to Nolte, couldn't handle that one. Got a poke at it though, and Signoretti couldn't clear. Comes off his skate back in. Delayed offside on the Lions, and we'll get a whistle.
That could have been a tough break there for the Rams. Good backtracking though defensively on the back check. Got the benefit of the delayed offside as well.
Now do the face-off right in front of their own bench. 13:34 to play in period number 1. Travis Quigley here on the call. Brady Campbell on color commentary for us. My main man on the cam, Paul Trentini, operating the camera for us here this afternoon in Long Beach. Icing call. Beautiful day down here on Long Island. Certainly not as cold as it has been over the past couple of weeks.
I'll say. Hopefully getting a break from the snow too. It's been, I feel like every weekend, although we might be getting a little bit more once again this weekend.
We'll be having snow here on the ground until Memorial Day at this rate. Rams win it. Nolte off the wall. Signoretti trying to cut middle, but it was poked away by Gabata. Nolte takes a hard check from Kushner. Now Duggan receives the pass. One-on-one chance. Shot blocked by Kravitz. Up to the point. Nolte in the lane. Puts a soft chip off the boards. Ivers was springing. Signoretti puts it over the wall. Lions getting more pucks to the net over the last minute or two. Keller wins the draw. It's Farmingdale, though, who stays successful at the faceoff dot. Del Grasso dumps it in. Keller on it. Big hit thrown by Chris Keller. Bridgewood out of the corner. He walks, shoots, save made. Rebound swept aside. Keller into the corner for Del Grasso. Del Grasso trying to avoid the stick lift. Put it a little too far in front. It's cleared out by Gregory. Icing called.
That was a big-time hit there. He caught Gabota pretty close to the numbers there, but a clean hit nonetheless. Just got him enough off to the side. The physicality starting to ramp up just a bit here. About 8 or 7.5 minutes gone, I should say.
Yeah, and that hit from Keller, that will electrify your bench. That will definitely get a rise out of the group. As Del Grasso steams through the circle and takes it away after TCNJ win the draw. Del Grasso's stick caught in the boards for a second. He pulls it free up to Leppert. Leppert for Alessi. He'll shoot, ramps up a twig, and goes out of play.
Thought that puck was nearly going to get caught up there in the ceiling. Knocked down maybe that T-shirt from Garen Hagen Day last year. I believe that's still up there, Travis.
Yeah, you're never going to find that one. We're only about a month out from Garen Hagen Day here in Long Beach. April 4th. Fun day of hockey. That should be a good one. We've got FDNY and the NCPD squaring up, and then we've got Garen's Guardians, the Long Beach Guardians, playing the Toronto Fire Department, making the trip down from Canada.
Wow. Should be an exciting day indeed. I know last year was awesome. More than just the hockey, too, all the festivities to go along with it.
100%. Awesome day down here in Long Beach. Walter put that one at the net. Cronin did a nice job steering it aside. It's back with Walter at the red line. He fans on that pass attempt. Rodriguez takes it back. Walter gonna just fire this one in this time around. Alessi stops up, swings it over to John Leppert. Had some trouble handling that off the boards, and sweeping in to take it was Duggan. Duggan trying to dance his way through Alessi. Pins him on the wall and knocks him to the ice. Lombardo trying to avoid the check now. Hits Crodell. Crodell for Rodriguez, went behind him. May hinges it back to Gabata. He goes long, right over the stick of Kushner. Icing called. Lions claiming it was touched up. Linesmen deem it was an icing. No contact was made, and faceoff's going to go all the way down. We'll see which side the Rams select. And O'Donnell wants it on his strong side, left of Esposito.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic there, that puck going up the ice. It's hard to believe it didn't touch anyone, but don't think New Jersey's going to quite win that call against the linesman.
Duffy, bad angle backhand, save made Esposito. McGregor on the keep. He'll hit Duffy with it, trying to find O'Donnell, just a bit too far in front of him. Kushner all the way down the sheet off the boards. Cronin right on net, just steers it away for Thomas Smith. Tommy Smith cuts the net, drops it for McGregor. O'Donnell hammers it across the ice. Nobody home for that pass. Smith going to continue ahead, though, as the first forechecker, and Minio takes it away. Minio's pass broken up. Starmato had his stick in the lane. Nolte off the bench. Floating it to Duffy, backhands it deep. Smith will change, Kravitz jumps on. O'Donnell pressuring behind the cage, gets help from Tim Duffy now. Gabata pinned against the boards. Minio takes the biscuit, slides it to Nolte. Nolte with a shot, deflected down, save Esposito. Great hand-eye coordination from Sean O'Donnell. So close to opening the scoring there.
Take another look, comes back to Nolte here. You can see the traffic moving right in front of Esposito and reaching back to get that redirection. O'Donnell and the great save by Esposito.
One back, Signoretti touches to Nolte, back to Signoretti. He's got a lane, he shoots, it's blocked. Half the period gone, half of it to go, nothing, the score between the Rams and the Lions. Travis Quigley, Brady Campbell, Gabe Takuri, and Paul Trentini here on the crew for the LI Sports Network this afternoon down in Long Beach. Draws one back and cutting the net for TCNJ, playing it up the wall, Nick Stout. Doesn't get out. Kept by Kravitz on that battle as it's backhanded into the Lions bench, and we get another stoppage. One back, Signoretti pulls the trigger but hits the glass. Nolte around for the chase. He'll take a bump. 2-on-1 in favor of the Lions. Ivers swoops in though. The chase trying to glove it down, and Ivers touches up. Hand pass is called. Will come outside for the faceoff.
A little bit of a false start there from Signoretti. And now he's going to end up taking the face-off here.
Trying to kick it in. Taken away by Duggan. Nice move at neutral ice. He'll cut in wide on Kravitz. Trying to get around him using the size. Kravitz forces him beneath the goal line. Out to the slot. Shovel play. Save Cronin. Rebound stuffed at Cronin. Dives on top of it.
Take another look. Another good centering pass here from behind the goal, and that's Kushner again. Right on the tape of May. Not a whole lot he could do, just jam it on goal there. Didn't get enough on it as I think he would have liked to. A couple big saves there from Cronin, looking for a whistle there.
Right at Cronin. Lions win it, but Smith fanned on the shot. Leppert with a hack at it. Gets it to Bridgewood. Out to the middle of the ice. It's Chris Keller. Keller dangling through. Keller can't get a shot off. He's knocked down by Jack Smith. But it's Del Grosso to the cage. Bouncing puck, couldn't settle it. It's back with Keller. He hits the post. Going to Bridgewood. Walter and Bridgewood engaged in battle right in front of the Zam door. Scarmato swoops in and takes it. Off the wall to Scarmato. Pass is blocked. Bridgewood turns it to the net. Bridgewood hooks a pass in front. Shot by Del Grosso, save. Del Grosso trying to go to the point for Alessi, taken away, but Leppert keeps it in the zone. Scarmato there, he'll wheel out, gaining the red and dumping it in. Helkowski to the middle. Leppert intercepts. It's Frank Alessi. Alessi goes for the high flip, and Rodriguez on his horse beats out the icing. This allows Farmingdale to make a change as Rodriguez protects the puck and hits Smith. That shot's blocked. Spun back towards the point. That's intercepted. Helkowski, reverse hit throw, knocks Rodriguez to the ice. Big hit from number 8 in white. Out to the high slot, Chance Gibson, save, Cronin! Touch pass middle for Crodell. It goes back off the wall, taken away, McGregor. Skating back to collect. Drops it for Smith. Tommy Smith to Rodriguez, out to the middle. McGregor, clean reception of that pass. McGregor out front over Crodell's twig. Back the other way. Korobko to the middle. Minio breaks it up. It's still with TCNJ. Crodell clears the zone. This one gonna have the legs to be an icing.
Went a little bit there without a whistle, and boy, did we have some action. Reverse hit from Helkowski just prior to this. And once again, below the goal line. Good work by TCNJ, and they set up this chance. A nice little set of mittens there on Alex Gibson as he went to drag that one to his backhand, back to his forehand, got the shot away.
Nolte high flip out. Turning it right back north are the Lions. Nolte will clear again. Walter there, stops it up. Has to wait on the delay and shoots it right on net. Cronin gloves it and holds. Forward off the draw, Duggan behind his back. Cronin with the blocker, makes a big time save, and out come the Rams. 3-on-3, it's Duffy cutting through the middle. He shoots, denied by Esposito. No rebound given.
Well, a couple big saves on both ends. Travis Esposito, a nice save on Duffy there from the slot, but just prior to it, right off the face-off. How about that little move on the self-win? Couldn't get the shot away, though, behind the back, and a big save by Cronin again, as TCNJ really starting to pick up their game.
Yeah, it was a great take from Duggan off the face-off, and a beautiful find with the behind-the-back pass, like you said, no look there. As the Lions, like we talked about, got here a little late, still shaking off the bus legs a little bit, but they are starting to find their game as this first period has progressed. Off the wall, Minio to the middle, Duffy shoots it in. Scarmato ahead, quick touch from Gregory, trying to avoid Alessi, who takes it. They're both tied up against the wall, a chase off the bench. Swings it to Duffy, who one-hand pokes it in. Delayed penalty, and it's going on Frank Alessi as the Rams take possession. And a power play upcoming here for the College of New Jersey. Their first chance of the day, Brady.
It looks like a roughing call, more so behind the play as the puck went deep into the TCNJ zone. 5:43 left here. We're still looking for our game's first goal. Farmingdale went 0 for 1, but TCNJ, the Lions really starting to pick up their game now. Farmingdale's going to have to weather this storm.
One to the wall, and right through comes Lombardo. He gets it out to neutral ice. Stout hammers it in. Duggan trying to stop it. Lombardo got a piece. At the point, it's May. May for Duggan. All the way across. Stout, touch pass. Returned. On the flank, goes wide. And now there's going to be a chance for Lombardo. He'll hit Crodell springing. 2-on-2 now. Crodell keeps it wide. Crodell to the net. Blocker save. Kushner brings it back. Minute 20 remaining on the power play. And final 5 minutes of period number 1. Duggan goes across for May. Foot raised back, and he beats it out. It was almost an icing there. Kushner around for Duggan. All the way up top. Duggan to the corner. May spins it back for Duggan. He'll shoot, hits the side of the net. Leopard off the backhand, can't clear. Through the seam. It's Kushner. Rolls middle into the corner. Trying to go back to him, Scarmato, blocked by Tommy Smith. Kushner rolling, Smith with another block. Couldn't clear. Kushner across for Duggan. 30 to go on the penalty to Alessi. Out front, and it's Tommy Smith sending it 200 feet.
And Cronin did not see that point shot from Kushner there that was blocked in front. If that deflected instead of just a square block, it could have been dangerous for Farmingdale.
Smith sacrificing the body for the Rams on that shift. Rolling through the middle of the ice, Gregory hits Greenspoon, who dumps it in. Gibson there first. Alessi set to return. One leg over the boards, now a second. He touches the ice, and Signoretti jumps on. Out front, Greenspoon, save Cronin. Nolte spins away from a check. Up the wall to Ivers. Ivers splits through a couple, gets it out, but a stick lift from Gregory. He'll dump it right back in. Nolte off the glass, he clears. Delayed offside. Lions have to tag up. Kravitz looking long. Leaping, gloving it down, Jack Smith. Right to Nolte. Ahead for Signoretti, went behind him, no icing. Ivers there, takes it away. Trying to kick it deep for Signoretti, is lost in his skates. Out through the middle of the ice comes to May. Stick lift from the back checking Ivers, is with the Rams once more. For Signoretti now. Rolled up on him, cleared out. Intercepted by Duffy off the bench though, and a save made by Esposito. Rebound pushed to the boards. O'Donnell puts this cross corner. McGregor pinches, hits Duffy. Duffy with a lane to walk out. Backhand try, save made, draws a penalty. And the Rams are going on the power play.
It's going to be a hooking call here against the Lions. What an effort there by Tim Duffy. Just saw enough real estate on his backhand as a righty, but still said, why not? Let me take this opportunity. Right as he was about to let it go to drew the hook. Duggan's going to go to the box here. And the big save, though, from Esposito as well as he sprawled out, kicked out that right pad.
Yeah, and you saw McGregor kind of hesitated. He wasn't sure whether to go or not. And because he did go the full 100%, he kicked it down to Duffy. Duffy had the lane to drive the cage. Creates a power play chance for these Rams against the Lions here. And again, all because McGregor went 100% on that pinch. Slight hesitation, but once he decided to go and he went, it led to this opportunity here for Farmingdale late in the first as we look for our first goal of the contest. It's Nolte. TCNJ getting aggressive here. Crodell drops it back to Duffy. Gregory all over, takes it away. Gregory trying to get a shot off, it's blocked. Crodell will swing it back to Nolte. Nolte for Duffy. Duffy trying to move it middle, that pass was broken up again. Crodell leaps up to grab the dump down. Enters on side. Swatted away from him. Duffy gets there first. Return to him from Crodell. It's Duffy to the point. Gregory got a piece, not out. Alessi just has to float it in. Now it's cleared. TCNJ doing a great job here on this penalty kill as Scarmato able to put it 200 feet, and another breakout here for the Rams. Ivers hits Bridgewood. Delayed offside. Now they can go. Bridgewood drops it back. It's Ivers. He shoots. Shoulder save. Rebound cleared again. Final minute of period number 1.
Another very aggressive kill so far from the lines. It started with that first clear, and Gregory on the forecheck made things dangerous there. That being said, as aggressive as they are, the Rams could catch them with a rush.
Keller shoots. He hits the post. Second post of the period for Chris Keller. 30 seconds remaining. Farmingdale 0 for 2 on the power play now as Duggan comes out of the box. 20 seconds to go. Alessi leading the rush. Nice cut move through the middle. Alessi trying to toe drag, can't get a shot off. Ivers bats it out of the air. It's sent out to neutral ice, and May has a one-on-one with Leppert. May from the outside, stick save by Cronin. Ivers collects the rebound, puts it back behind the net, and that's gonna do it. 20 minutes down, and we end period 1 the same way we started this game. Goose eggs on the scoreboard, Brady.
And not for a lack of trying for either side, as we'll take another look here at this last chance for Keller and Farmingdale. Last rush of the power play. You mentioned second post of the period. First one, maybe a bit more the outside of the iron. This one squares it up, walks right down Broadway blocker side. But the iron making the save there, helping out Esposito. Both teams, special teams has played a big part in that first period. However, it was the penalty kills that got it done each and every time.
Yep, the penalty kills for both sides successful. As mentioned, TCNJ 2 for 2 on the PK. Farmingdale 1 for 1. It's 0-0 between the two sides after 20 minutes of hockey. We got a nice cut coming, second period approaching shortly. And Brady, before we had to break, what do you think for TCNJ? They're still kind of shaking those bus legs off a little bit. What do you think the message is for them heading into the room during this intermission?
Yeah, you could definitely see it kind of that first half of the period, but they really started to pick it up. And I think the coaching staff, you got to be pretty pleased with that second half of the period as they picked it up. I think the message, kind of a simple one, but just stay out of the box, keep things simple, play the way you've been playing as that period wore on. As they had Farmingdale on their heels a bit for the most part in those last 5 minutes or so.
And for the Rams, they started pretty hot. But like you said, the Lions kind of had them on their heels a little bit towards the end of the period. What do you think Farmingdale has to do to kind of find their game that they had through the first, we'll say, 7-8 minutes of that first period?
I think they got to keep up the physicality, especially behind their own goal line. We've seen a lot of sequences, a lot of tie-ups, 50-50 battles won by the Lions, and they were able to set up a pretty good chance in the slot or around the net in tight. I think Farmingdale's got to do a better job and be wary of the aggressive forecheck of TCNJ.
0-0 after 20 minutes of hockey. The play-in game of the NECHL playoffs. The College of New Jersey, Farmingdale State College Rams, 0-0 after 1. The winner moves on to play Rutgers here in Long Beach tomorrow afternoon at 4:15. We've got 40 minutes, maybe more, to find out who. Set a timer on that phone. Maybe make some lunch, grab a drink. We've got more hockey coming up next. Travis Quigley, Brady Campbell, Gabe Curry, and Paul Trentini right here on the LI Sports Network. We return for period number 2 here at the Long Beach Ice Arena, live on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley, Brady Campbell, Paul Trentini, Gabe Curry. Happy to be here this weekend for the NECHL playoffs. We're going to redo the face-off. Now we go. Farmingdale. Just like the first period, we'll start with possession. Kravitz to Del Grosso, unsuccessful in trying to deflect it in, but now a second try, kicks it deep with the right foot. Bridgewood on the forecheck, takes it away, off the boards. And he has it swept off his stick. Kushner now going wide on Nolte, broken up. Nolte forces it behind the cage. He'll lead the rush. Across to Bridgewood. Bridgewood continuing wide, tucks the shoulder. Bridgewood out front, Del Grosso couldn't get a shot off. Net off its moorings in the process.
Another quick pace start to this period. Of course, it kind of slowed down as the period went on a bit with the penalties. But Farmingdale, crucial statistic in this game so far have been the face-offs for Farmingdale. Well in Farmingdale's favor. They get an offensive zone one right here, and it's one.
Shot wide from Duffy. Like you said, Brady, they've been very strong at the face-off dot here this afternoon. And as we know, face-offs, oh so important. Possession, so critical, especially at the ACHA M1 level. As it pops out, Esposito will cover it up. Stony Brook had, or Farmingdale had, I was going to say, a couple of M1 opponents on the docket this year. Stony Brook being one of them. That game ended in a thrilling 6-5 overtime loss for Farmingdale. But on top of that, games against Rutgers this season also faced off against Drexel in a home-and-home, as we have a delayed penalty called now. And going on the power play is going to be the Rams. It's a slashing call going on Amendola.
Yeah, right off the face-off,
or tripping, pardon me.
Yeah, took him down. Easy call there for the official. And Farmingdale, they've had their opportunities back in the first, unsuccessful. And I'm sure they're pretty pleased that it'll start, of course, with a face-off here, the way things have been going at the dot for them.
Yeah, Brady, you said it before we went to break. The penalty kills have been the name of the game so far here in this one, as Alessi leaves it on the flank for LaChase. He's going to roll middle. LaChase over to Ivers. Quick head fake, hits Bridgewood. He protects the puck. Trying to find an outlet. Walter all over him, knocks him to the ice. They both go down now. Lions fans want a penalty, nothing coming. Alessi to the net, save made. Rebound is still there. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Clearing attempt kept by Keller. He'll walk. Floats it across to Bridgewood. Swung around to LaChase. Back to Ivers. Minute 10 remaining on the power play. Ivers with a head fake. Point for Alessi. He shoots. Deflected down. LaChase goes wide. Strong shift right here for Farmingdale. Ivers takes it out of the pile. Ivers for Alessi. Alessi drags, going across, it's broken up, and now Kushner's off to the races. Keller flying back, catches up to him, and takes it away.
What a play that was by Kyle Gregory. 2-on-1 down low by his lonesome, diving across to intercept that pass and set up that rush up the ice as we get a collision here at the red line.
Keller going to get called for a penalty at center ice. Away from the puck. Interference, and that negates the remaining 37 seconds on the power play. So we'll go 4-on-4. Draw one back. Shot hits the glass. Lombardo. Racing ahead, swings it over, hits Crodell. Crodell enters, shoots, he scores! The dynamic duo strikes again. Crodell from Lombardo, 1-0 Farmingdale.
Crodell just going to use his speed there, and he blows right around Gabata. And the lefty down the wing fires that one home. And Farmingdale gets not a power play goal, but a 4-on-4 goal here in the crucial opening goal of this hockey game.
TCNJ possessed, like you said. Crucial opener is Leppert trying to dangle in. He takes a check up high. McGregor on the keep in. You saw Fabrizio off in the corner going nuts. Fabrizio, biggest Long Beach Marine fan there is. He's become a really big Farmingdale State Rams fan as well, Brady. Lombardo to Crodell, just in front of him. Helkowski up the wall all the way. It's a power play now for the Lions, and that's going to be called an icing.
And officially from Gabe to Curry, Crodell from Lombardo, and only Lombardo there getting the primary and lone assist. Still a minute 2 of power play time here for TCNJ, and they have a golden opportunity to come right back.
You saw Breezy there. Paul got us a good zoom of Fabrizio. He's always bringing the energy. Del Grasso one-timer blocked. Again, I'm not sure you're going to find a bigger Marines fan than Breezy, and he's starting to become a really big Rams fan too. He's really showing the spirit. He loves the teams that play here at the Long Beach Ice Arena.
I don't think it matters what teams. You'll always find them down there in the corner.
That's Breezy's spot. Through the paint, Telkowski almost deflected that one home. Great job in front by Pat Nolte defending tight there. Net came off, no change for Farmingdale. Will stay inside. Almost 4 minutes played in period 2. Nolte trying to clear. Stout drops to his knees, keeps it in. Over to Duggan. Duggan looking goal line. Kravitz stick in the lane. Back to Duggan. A catch between Duggan and Helkowski. Now across, blocked. Down to a knee, Del Grasso. Another one through, goes wide. Not sure Cronin saw it. Kravitz lets that rolling puck go right to Cronin. He takes the whistle. Keller out of the box in 6 seconds. We'll go back to even strength hockey. Farmingdale in the lead. John Crodell with the goal at 4-on-4. Early here in period 2 to give the Rams the advantage. TCNJ the 4 seed, Farmingdale the 5 seed. The winner moves on to play Rutgers tomorrow afternoon. Shot from the outside, Cronin steers it away. Keller out of the box, Signoretti on for him. Ivers backhander across, knocked down. Getting right in the lane was Walter, will dump it in. Gregory has help from Greenspoon. Pops out to Cronin, he'll put the glove on it and take the stoppage. 15:09 to play in the second period. 1-0 lead for Farmingdale.
Cronin taking no chances around the net. We've seen several times. He jumps on that with authority, as he knows how dangerous this team can be in tight. They've already had a few chances there, have the Lions.
And Brady, Cronin kind of fits the theme here of Farmingdale over the last few seasons. Kind of a lot of undersized netminders. You look at Andrew Barron, Brian Cronin, even Aiden Foley. He's what you would consider undersized. All three extremely athletic, extremely agile. It's usually what you get with the smaller goalies. They move around a bit quicker. And that's what you get out of the 3 goalies from Farmingdale. That speed, that quickness, that agility. As Ivers rolls, backdoor pass, Signoretti off the heel of the stick as Esposito kicks the net off.
Yeah, and the net going in that direction too. Surprising that didn't end up finding the back of the net one way or another there. But a golden opportunity for the Rams again. They got the goal. They got the remainder of that kill. And now TCNJ trying to avoid getting knocked back on their heels here.
Stay on the front foot. Don't want your back pressed up against the cage. As Ivers hits Alessi at the point. It's blocked. Hits the top of the glass. Stays in the rink. Signoretti to Ivers. Ivers gonna roll. Ivers looking for the stick of Chase, just missed him. Smith for Alessi. Alessi with a shot. Chase ramps it wide. Clearing attempt, glove down by Chase. Alessi pinching, keeps it in the zone, and now it'll be brought out by Emmanuel Amendola. Amendola with a shot, punched away Cronin. He'll center it out front, Signoretti there, unable to clear the zone. Gibson fires it in, Smith around to Alessi. Alessi with a high flip, takes a couple of friendly bounces and clears. It'll be 2-on-2 back into the zone. Make it 3-on-2. Duggan's pass, though, well in front of May. Back to the point. Stout save. Rebound. Jumps past Duggan. O'Donnell intercepts now, and he's flying ahead. Has Duffy and Minio driving. O'Donnell for Minio. Save made. Rebound Duffy. Couldn't get much on it. It's covered up by Esposito. Great look from O'Donnell to Minio.
Yeah, you said it. He was flying. Good hustle on the back check here from the Lions to mostly even up the numbers there, but Minio in tight. Looked like he was able to somewhat get a stick on it there. But once again, good hustle by the Lions, not making that an easy tap in.
Slight equipment issue for Esposito. He gets that adjusted. And O'Donnell wins the faceoff back to Duffy. Duffy trying to find Minio at the bumper spot. Intercepted and cleared. Leppert trying to hammer it in. Ends up putting it into his own bench. One 1-0 lead for the Rams. John Crodell, the lone goal scorer here in this matchup between the Lions and the Rams. Again, winner moves on to play Rutgers tomorrow afternoon. Canisius and RIT, our 2 versus 3 semifinal. To the point.
Oh boy.
Stick broken in half for Walter. Here comes Farmingdale. O'Donnell to Duffy. Just lost it. Kushner off his shin pad. McGregor trying to put it back in. Walter picks up the puck with his glove, throws it out of play, and he's going to get a penalty for that, Brady. He thought he was doing something there where he could get away with it and get a change. He bends down, picks up the puck, and throws it out of play, and now he's got to go to the box.
I have never seen this in my life, Travis. Not a bad play in theory, but I guess that's a penalty. I mean, it makes sense. I've just never seen it before. And brutal mistake. It looked like Farmingdale might be off to the races there after his stick snapped in half. And
you see coaches having a conversation with him right now, like, you can't do that.
Obviously, hockey's a game where you got to think quickly, but probably not the best play looking back on it here for TCNJ.
He was thinking on his toes, that's for sure. Power play for Farmingdale. Walters in the box, 2 for delay of game. 1-on-1 shorthanded here for Duggan. Duggan with an opportunity, kicked away Cronin. Back out front, Alessi picks it off. Pass to Keller, knocked down. Keller swings it back to Alessi. Now Bridgewood with room to skate. For the chase, back off the wall, intercepted. Not enough mustard on the pass. Gregory giving chase to Alessi. Chance there, glove stop.
Once again, short-handed. Great work from Kyle Gregory. He took that puck away. Not a whole lot he could do with it. Teammates in the change there. But he has been all over the defense of Farmingdale when his team gets a clear. And then Farmingdale coming back the other way with numbers. Ended up being a shot slowed up there. Easy save for Esposito.
Out in the corner, Crodell has it taken away by May. Leppert showing off his soccer skills there off the inside of the foot. Kicked it out of play, though. Faceoff will stay inside. 1:02 remaining on the power play. Crodell protecting the puck, hits Duffy. For Nolte now. Nolte with a shot, goes just wide. Back off the wall. Duffy to Crodell, he spins and shoots! Underneath the pad, is it in? Esposito falls on top of it, we get the whistle. Crodell trying to stuff that 1-5 hole. Esposito gets poked over the goal line.
Yeah, it looks like it's underneath him, Travis. I never really saw it.
Oh, he almost got
come
stepped
free,
on there. That was rough. I don't think we're getting any penalties out of that sequence there. I think it was just playing the whistle, hockey play. Both sides got their licks in, and we continue on. There's Breezy back again. He's not in his patented corner. He's changed locations. You can't come to the Long Beach Ice Arena without seeing Breezy. Duffy off the wall, hits Crodell. For Leppert. Leppert walks through the middle, trying to go across to Nolte. It's blocked. Nolte around to Crodell. Protects and moves it to Leppert. Back down the boards. Cleared out to Gregory. And Gregory blown up by John Crodell. Big hit as Leppert's in and shoots. Save made. Rebound. Covered up Esposito.
Still on the ice in front of his bench is Gregory, just getting back to his feet now. You could tell he certainly feeling that hit. He ran out of room there, didn't have a whole lot to do with it. Of course, final seconds ticking off of the power play, but before he could make a move, he got drilled by Crodell.
Again, Ryan Walter, 9 seconds left on his penalty for throwing the puck out of play. Tommy Smith with a blast, but it's blocked. Minio digs it out of the pile. Joe Minio across. That pass blocked again. Signoretti for O'Donnell, one-timer, fanned on it. Walter out of the box, puts it up the boards. O'Donnell steps up on Helkowski. Signoretti back to Smith. Returns it to him. He's got some room. Kicks it to Minio. Minio trying to put it in. That came off a shin pad. Minio working hard to get back, though. O'Donnell shoots it in. No pressure, so Esposito leaves it out for Jack Smith. Half this hockey game gone. Half of it to go. 1-0 lead for Farmingdale. Here at the Long Beach Ice Arena play-in game of the NECHL playoffs, live and only on the LI Sports Network. Alessi on the forecheck. The defenseman gets some help from Bridgewood now. Bridgewood's knocked to the ice, and a penalty going to be called here on the Lions. Tripping call.
They're starting to play a bit with fire here. Teams were kind of trading penalties in the first. But it's been a parade to the box in this second for TCNJ. Tripping call upcoming. Bridgewood A little slow to his feet here, but it looks like he's all right, just taking his time. But another power play here for the Rams. Of course, TCNJ's done a decent job here. Still only a 1-0 game, but don't want to be shorthanded as much as you can.
No, and this is a Farmingdale team that at one point this season was 33% on the power play, Brady. This is a lethal power play unit. They just haven't found the success here in this one so far. 0 for 3 with the man advantage as Keller drives in. Keller was close to getting a power play tally in the first period, ringing the iron in the final minute as he couldn't get a shot off clean there, and Esposito covers. With 9:32 to go in period 2, Brady, you got to think a power play goal here for Farmingdale could go a long way.
Yeah, the next goal in this game, no matter what, massive. And the Rams, if they could get one here, as you said, could be huge for their momentum going forward.
Alessi splits through 2, across to LaChase, just out in front of him. It's Bridgewood behind the net. Ivers is driving over his stick with the pass. May sends it all the way down. Cronin out to stop it, goes through his legs. Keller's there though. Plays it around but jumps past Ivers. Duggan drops it off for Kushner. He'll send it in deep. Ivers is there, knocked down by May though. And Alessi puts it off the side of his own net. That was dangerous. Bridgewood, successful poke at it, and he carries out with speed. Through the middle for Lombardo, no shot. Great play on the back check from Kushner. Lions fans again looking for a call, nothing coming. Taken away by May, but Ivers wins it back. Ivers goes across to Crodell. Crodell walks and shoots, goes wide. Duffy off the back wall and puts it over the net. Esposito pushes it off. I just heard a "which one's your kid" chirp from a parent. I haven't not heard that at a hockey game since Mites. Not college. Leppert plays it across. Duffy gets it from Nolte, poked away. Leppert with a spin, broken up. Kushner, now Kushner flying ahead. Knocked down by Nolte, and a penalty coming up here on Farmingdale.
Well, that parent's definitely going to be happy behind us.
We might hear silence behind us for a little bit now.
Yeah, Farmingdale, though, playing with fire in this last shift. We'll give the parent a little bit of credit there as taken down in neutral ice.
I will say, I don't think you have to pay for referee classes. I think you can go do those all on your own.
It'll just be 12 seconds to a 4-on-4 hockey until it turns into a power play for the Lions. So they're going to have a good amount of time here.
Wrapped around, again, briefly 4-on-4 here. Scarmato up top, Stout. 5-on-4 for TCNJ. Touch across to Duggan, goes out of the zone. Stout back in, trying to drop it off. McGregor pokes it out. Through the middle for Duggan. Poked at. Duggan trying to protect the puck. He opens up his hips. McGregor blocks it. Back over. Stout for Duggan through the seam. Kushner looking back door. It's blocked down, and Del Grosso clears. Kravitz winning that battle out in front of the net.
Yeah, that was good passing down low. Perhaps a little too much patience. Took a little too long to develop. That allowed Kravitz and company to get in a decent position there. Block that pass and get it down the ice.
Farmingdale send it back down. 55 remaining on the penalty to Crodell. Dished ahead to Scarmato over the blue. Drops it off. Stick lift and Bridgewood clears. McGregor was trying to go for a change, but it didn't get all the way, so he can't. He has to retreat back. Duggan over the line. Duggan avoids a stick check. Goes all the way across to Kushner. rolls to the point. Kushner knocked down by Bridgewood. Bridgewood can't clear though. Across to Duggan. Duggan opens up and shoots. Tommy Smith with the block.
Well, it's Tommy Smith sacrificing his body again here, getting in front of another shot. And Duggan, I think if you're TCNJ, you would have liked him to maybe shoot that puck a little sooner. Had a man going to the net. Thought he could maybe find a pass through, but by the time he made up his mind to shoot, which was one of really the only options there was traffic in front. Smith gets the ball.
That shot's blocked. Up to the point. Blocked again by LaChase this time. Penalty going to be called here on Farmingdale. 4-second 5-on-3 as Smith goes to the box.
The good news for the Rams is it's only 4 seconds of a 5-on-3 here, and they've been good in the face-off dot, but if you're the Lions and you can win this face-off, you'll have numbers here for a quick play.
They do win it. Comes across to Duggan, but he couldn't handle the pass. Crodell's out of the box. 5-on-4 now for almost the full 2 minutes. Farmingdale perfect on the PK so far. Walter shot, save, rebound, pushed aside. Almost dangerous. Crodell sends it all the way.
Yeah, that was a juicy rebound there, and it just popped right through the skate of Duggan.
Esposito rimmed it around. Nobody was there for him. Kravitz has Lombardo, who just touches it into the zone. Crodell stays on the attack. Keller, Leppert, and Nolte have jumped onto the ice for the Rams. Scarmato stops up. It's May, dropped back and taken away Nolte. It's a 3-on-1 shorthanded. Nolte and Keller make it a 2-on-1. Nolte drags and shoots. Save Esposito. Puck out of play.
Big takeaway here for the Rams, and that was trouble for the Lions. Well defended, though, by Stout. Kind of forcing a shot from the wing there and letting his goalie take it, and perfect shoulder save by Esposito, and a big one at that, keeping this game 1-0 while his team's on the power play. That was a dangerous pass as well.
Yeah, Keller was swooping in, and another dangerous pass that Keller will take away this time. He chips it back in deep and remains on the attack. Overskating the puck just briefly was Gibson. Gets some help from Stout, who sends it ahead, but Bridgewood knocks it out of the air. Bridgewood into the slot for Keller. Keller can't get a shot through and barrels over Esposito in the process. And now we got a scrum behind the play. It's a 3-on-2 for the Lions. Dropped off, broken up by Nolte. And now we get the whistle as Esposito lost his mask.
That was a chaotic sequence there. Bridgewood driving to the goal, tried to get up to Keller, who ended up toppling over Esposito, and now Bridgewood jawing a bit there. It looks like Helkowski, I believe, for TCNJ. Indeed it is.
And Bridgewood's getting a penalty for that. Breezy's just chilling. So again, another brief 5-on-3 for the College of New Jersey as Bridgewood goes to the box for 2. Thomas Smith out of the box in 17 seconds. Can the Rams kill off another short 5-on-3 and then get through another 2 minutes on the penalty kill? Brady, they've been on the penalty kill for almost 5 straight minutes now?
Yes.
After we came out of that 4-on-4, and they've been on the kill since.
Yeah, and early in the period, it was the College of New Jersey taking all the penalties. Now Farmingdale taking all the penalties. As it looks like we have a timeout here. And, yeah, like you said, they were trading penalties in the first as well, but there was only, 1 or 2 aside. And here, I don't have it right in front of me, but it's got to be close to having played more time here with someone in the box than not here in the second period.
We'll see what the Lions are drawing up here on this timeout call, trying to tie the game up at 1 with this power play opportunity. Haven't been able to find much success with the man advantage so far this afternoon. Can they do it here?
Yeah, this is a big juncture of this hockey game, Travis. 17 seconds, so not a whole lot of time of 5-on-3 hockey, but certainly more than enough to do some damage. And if they can, they'll still have a good amount of power play time, 5-on-4, to try and grab another.
I can't lie, I forgot that I was at a hockey game. I thought with the music that's playing, I was getting ready for my 11th grade history regents.
What's the category?
Couldn't even tell you. 5-on-3 for the Lions. Back to hockey. Across for Duggan. No shot lane. D again. Return to Duggan. Now he shoots. Kravitz blocks it. Got it with the left leg. And it's cleared out. And Crodell pokes it ahead. John Crodell racing in shorthanded. He shoots denied. Gets his own rebound in front. They score! Make it 2 for John Crodell. Shorthanded goal, 2-0 Rams.
And this is as chaotic as it gets. A little bit of a discussion from the officials. I believe it's going to count, though. As you see, the net kind of gets knocked off, but it looks like it's by one of the Lions there. Crodell just banks it in off the defender.
And luckily, Brady, this is a rule that I do know. And because Esposito knocked the net off unobstructed, that is why the goal is going to count.
Yeah, that was just him going kind of post to post again. Unlucky bounce for the Lions as it hits off a defender and goes right through Esposito. And the goal will indeed stand, as you said, Travis. And a huge goal shorthanded at that, just as the first penalty expired.
I trust our officiating staff. Those are pro hockey officials out there. One back to McGregor. 2-0 lead for Farmingdale. Brady, that's a clutch shorthanded goal right there from John Crodell.
Yeah, we were just talking about the possibilities for TCNJ going up 5-on-3 for a little bit of time. And just seconds after that first penalty expired, they got another.
Crodell hits Kravitz. He shoots, glove save for Esposito. And Crodell wrapped up in front now. He's taking a couple of checks up high. Gregory grabbing him by the sweater. They have a conversation.
Looks like they might both be going.
Yeah, it looks like they are taking both. And now we're starting to hit that point of the game, Brady, where these tensions continue to boil over and the officials continue to see the players do this stuff after the whistle. They're going to start giving out that signal that you just made, that 10-minute, have a seat, boys, and just enjoy the show for a little bit.
Yeah, and I will say this about John Crodell. He's having himself a game, and not just the 2 goals. He's everywhere on the ice for Farmingdale, creating opportunities. They'll have to do without him for a little bit of time here, as does TCNJ without Kushner, who's been great for them. So we'll see how that could impact both these teams. Just the final couple of minutes here in the second.
Yeah, a bit of a trade-off there. 3:29 to go, period number 2. 2-0 lead, Farmingdale. And the draw is won by the Lions. Leading the rush, Duggan. Still a power play here. As that one off the glove of Cronin, out of play. So again, those penalties for Bridgewood and Kushner, they cancel out, they wash off. Nothing up on the board for them.
So just 3:15 now left in this game. A massive 3 minutes in this one, especially if you're the Lions. Backs against the wall here. Still a full period left, only down 2-0. But a late goal here can change all the momentum going into period 3.
One back for the Lions. Stout to the right flank. Gregory kicks it to the goal line. Backhand try, saved by Cronin. Scarmato to Gregory. 45 remaining on the power play. From the point, shot blocked by Rodriguez. Right flank, blocked by Leppert, and cleared. The Rams getting in shooting lanes here on this penalty kill.
That's the one issue the Lions have had on the power play, really just kind of in general. They've been forced to a lot of outside shots, which isn't a big deal per se, but they haven't been getting them through. A lot of credit to the Rams getting in shooting lanes.
Back in come the Lions, a cross-corner dump from Gabota, and Gabota can't keep that one in. Bridgewood out of the box, and it's 5-on-5. Off the bench, Signoretti kicks it over to LaChase, but couldn't settle it. Off the glass and out. May chasing it down, gets there first to the slot, but Nolte is able to break it up. And now LaChase bursting through with speed. Joe LaChase opens up. Off a skate, now hits Leppert. Leppert shoots, he scores! The captain to the assistant captain, and Leppert makes it 3-0 Rams.
This is just a great play here by LaChase. He's looking initially for someone else in front, but it's blocked right back to him. Finds the trailer, Leppert, bouncing puck, settles it, no problem. Fends off the defender, rips that one past Esposito. And now the Rams really starting to feel it here.
Leppert from LaChase and Signoretti, 3-0 lead. And here comes O'Donnell. Hits Duffy. Who's in? Duffy. Save made. Rebound. Another stop, Esposito. And
that is your save of the game right here. Number one, it's extremely difficult save. Number two, they just went down 3-0. Esposito needs to come up with this one to keep his team in the game, and does. Takes the net in the process, but he doesn't mind. That time it stays out.
Minio trying to fend off the pressure. Continuing on as Walter reverses it. It's Smith. Duffy across, playing the body on Amendola, knocks the puck free. Greenspoon on the attack. Tommy Smith got a piece of him, knocked him to the ice. Korobko to the wall. Minio for Smith. Back with Walter now. He'll gain the red line, shoots it wide of Cronin. Final minute of period 2. Smith with a quick up for Duffy, just under his tape. This gets cleared down. Icing is called on TCNJ. And
Alessi, a penalty.
Alessi's gonna get called for slashing there after the whistle. Like I said, Brady, some of that extra stuff, even something as minuscule as that may seem, when it continues in excess, the officials want to get a grip on the game, and that's what we're seeing now. Is a lot more, I believe, is going to be called for the remaining 52 seconds of period 2 and the full 20 of period 3. It's going to be very, very tight.
I'll tell you what, that's not minuscule for TCNJ. It almost feels like they need a goal here, and it's almost a shame from them looking at from their perspective that if they don't score here, they could get the intermission in between. A lot of teams have trouble setting up power plays when you get the intermission cut off.
And Del Grosso just all over the puck right now. just draining time here, keeping possession beneath the goal line. Wasted about 30 seconds as Gregory now back into the offensive zone, stops up, spin move, and his pass ends up behind the net without a home. Stout just able to keep it in. He'll shoot that one, deflected wide, Gregory. Another penalty coming up here as Cronin snags it out of the air with the glove hand, and it's going 5-on-3 again. The parade to the box continues for Farmingdale.
Just want to highlight this save real quick. There you see right in front. Player knocked down and then through traffic, playing through all that. Cronin, big time glove save, but yes, here we go. Just 8 seconds left in the period, but a massive sequence for the Lions trying to climb back into the hockey game.
5-on-3 for 117. Lombardo pulls it back to Nolte. He just brings it right to the boards. 2 seconds and 1, drains the rest of the time off the clock. When we return for period 3, it'll be a 1 minute and 8 second 5-on-3 power play for the College of New Jersey. Alessi will come out of the box and McGregor will stay in for another 44 seconds. Brian Cronin coming off the ice. He's fired up right now. 2 periods down, 3-0 lead for Farmingdale, Brady. Now that second period for the Rams, once they got the scoring started, really seemed like they found their game and they stuck to it.
Absolutely, and getting the timely goals too. Cronin should be fired up. He had a good period when he had to be, but the ice tilted a bit in Farmingdale's favor. I feel like as that period went on, they started to find the back of the net. Now the penalties are an issue for both teams. Kind of in succession too. It was kind of an issue early on for TCNJ, then Farmingdale, and now Farmingdale again. 3-0 lead. Those insurance goals are crucial. However, still 20 minutes to go, 1:08 of power play time.
Yeah, Farmingdale definitely, like we said, they spent the last 10 minutes of that second period primarily on the penalty kill. So certainly need to limit and stop that run to the box that they've been on as of late. Like you said, Brady, TCNJ, they're getting a lot of power play opportunities here. Can they capitalize? Which one will be the one to capitalize? Who will be the player to help spring some momentum, put the wind in the sails of the Lions for this third period? 20 minutes of hockey to go, and said it a few times, winner moves on to the semifinals to play Rutgers tomorrow afternoon. The loser, Brady, finito, season's done, that's it. Wrap it up, hang up the jerseys, put the gear away for the summer. Neither side, I know, wants to be doing that. So a strong 20 minutes from the Rams and the Lions are needed and expected.
Yeah, and the Rams have to know that. Obviously, their season's still on the line today technically, but they do have the 3-goal cushion. They have to know this is it for TCNJ. Final 20, down 3. We can expect a big-time push from the Lions here in the third.
3 goals for Farmingdale in period number 2. John Crodell got us started, and then he buried a shorthanded tally before John Leppert, the assistant captain, before the end of the frame, extended the lead for the Rams, gave them the 3-goal cushion as they went to the room. 13.5 up on the scoreboard as the Zamboni finishes up his first lap. So again, grab a snack, pop back on the couch, and get ready for the third frame with myself, Travis Quigley, Brady Campbell, Paul Trentini, and Gabe Curry. NECHL playoffs live and only right here on the LI Sports Network. third period is a go. 5-on-3 for the College of New Jersey for 1 minute and 8 seconds to kick off the third frame. 3-0 lead for Farmingdale as Lombardo goes forward off the draw. Risky move down 5-on-3, but it works out in his favor. The Lions lead the rush. It's May. He'll get over the blue, drops it off. Now with Gregory. Duggan walks and shoots. Glove save for Brian Cronin.
Very solid performance so far for Cronin. Hasn't had to do a whole lot. Flashing the leather, though, a couple times. Farmingdale's going to need him to be good, at the very least here, to start this period, to try and kill off this 5-on-3.
One back to Duggan. He'll swing it to Gregory. Gregory opens up, back to Duggan. Duggan settles. 30 seconds left on the penalty to Alessi. To the goal line. Backdoor look, broken up Leppert. Leppert takes a hard check, unable to clear. Duggan back down the boards. Leppert jumps it. Lombardo can't get it out. Back down the boards, in the corner. Duggan to Gregory. Gregory's shot cleared away by Leppert. Puck pops back to Nolte. He fires it all the way out. Alessi's out of the box. 5-on-4 for 40 seconds now. Keller F1 as a long pass, doesn't find tape, and an icing going way of the Lions.
Yeah, that's a tough mistake there for TCNJ. Just 29 left on their power play, and they got to start this rush here. Back in their own end with a face-off to the right of their goalie. It's not looking good here on this 5-on-3, now 5-on-4. This could be huge for Farmingdale if they could escape.
And not what you need in this third period if you're TCNJ is unforced errors. As Scarmato goes across, and it's hinged back to Gregory, chopped over to Duggan. 15 remaining on McGregor's penalty. Duggan on the outside, blocker save, rebound. Cronin steers it away. Another kick save from Brian Cronin. Bridgewood stops it up in the skates, and now he's out. Back to even strength as Bridgewood is in and shoots, hits the glass. Off the bench, Duffy on the keep-in. Duffy, snapshot over the net, hits the glass ×2. Around for Bridgewood. Bridgewood defended by 2 Lions. Duffy in to help, hits Smith. D-to-D pass, it's Kravitz, it's blocked. Knocked out of the air and collected by Duggan. He'll skate. 3-on-3. Duggan across for Stout. Blocked by Kravitz. Kravitz to the boards. It'll be kept in by Gibson just momentarily as it hit a skate, went over the wall, out of play.
So we're back to 5 aside here. 17.5 left. Huge kill for the Rams. TCNJ gonna have to find another way here, but it's been really difficult to solve Cronin so far.
Shot was blocked. That goes wide. Minio racing over, couldn't clear. Gibson was trying to look to the point. Walter outside the zone. That was risky, right off of Nolte's stick and over the net. Cronin was playing the shot, wasn't expecting that deflection. Esposito leaves it out for Jack Smith. Duffy takes it away. Duffy shoots wide. O'Donnell back to the slot. May intercepts and clears. 3-on-2. Has Gibson driving the net. Nolte forcing him to the boards. It's still with May. Rolls the offensive zone. A little fake of the drop pass. Now Elaine to shoot. And it's gloved by Cronin.
We've seen a lot of crazy stuff that I haven't seen in a hockey game before yet today. And how about that shot? As you said, an unintentional redirection from out high on the shot from neutral ice. And Cronin had to be alert to it. I'm not sure if he got a piece. I think it just went over the net, but that could have been the bounce. Look
Ivers
out.
To Signoretti. Save on the backhand try. Great pass from T.I. Signoretti with the move, but Esposito shuts the door. McGregor back to collect. He'll reverse it to Kravitz. And one more time, reverse to McGregor. Up the wall, Signoretti. Trying to hit LaChase, intercepted. Back with Jacob Kravitz. No tape with his pass, icing, going on the Rams. 4 minutes gone by here in period number 3. 3-0 lead. 2 goals for John Crodell, 1 for John Leppert.
And of course, it's all going to start on the back end. To mount a comeback, you're going to need your goalie to make the saves like that when the opportunity calls for the opposing team, and a big save there by Esposito keeps his team in it.
McGregor to Signoretti, now to Ivers, trying to dangle through to the middle of the ice. Just a bit too far out in front. Tommy Smith off the bench, gets across, and puck comes out of play. The winner moves on to play Rutgers tomorrow afternoon, the #1 seed here in the NECHL. 2 and 3, Canisius and RIT. That's the second semifinal game tomorrow. Entire playoff weekend here at the Long Beach Ice Arena, live and only on the LI Sports Network. Around for Helkowski. Ahead, redirected in by May. Duggan driving the net. Pass out for Duggan, paddle aside Cronin. And Alessi leaps out of the way of a check. Saucer pass ahead for Lombardo, out of reach, but it went right on goal, and a whistle taken by Esposito as Trav and Lombardo stop up on top of the blue paint.
Good job by Farmingdale here in this period. So far, they get the kill, and TCNJ hasn't had a whole lot going yet. We could expect fairly soon as this period starts to wear on. They're going to take a few more chances. Their defense is going to be a bit more active in the offensive zone because they're not doing a whole lot right now here to start the third.
High flip to clear. Nolte for Lombardo. Cross intercepted Gregory. Gregory trying to beat Nolte. He slowed down. Gets it back. Gregory stops up to the point. Stout shoots. Cronin saves.
Feels like it's been one of two things for the Lions on their point shots. Either there's too much traffic and it doesn't get through, or kind of like that. There's next to no traffic there, and Cronin's going to make that save 10 out of 10 times.
Nolte trying to clear. Was tied up by Scarmato. Gibson around. Leppert there. One-hand whack at it. Gregory to stop it at the cage, and Cronin covers.
A little bit of zone time here. Nothing all that dangerous yet, though. Line change here. The College of New Jersey backs against the wall now. But as you know, Travis, it only takes one oftentimes, and that could really turn the tide here for New Jersey.
Push to Bridgewood, who will dump it in off the wall. It catches the right angle and goes right on net. Leads to an offensive zone faceoff now for the Rams. Keller wins it, controls it, shots blocked. Kravitz on the pinch, back to Bridgewood. Bridgewood off a stick and goes over the glass, out of play.
Boy, that was a good look for Keller. He's had a few. We mentioned his posts. That one's trying to label that short side top corner, a crucial block, and then the pass to Bridgewood. He was locked and loaded for the one-timer, and we know he can bring it. TCNJ perhaps catches a little bit of a break there with a little bit of an inaccurate pass back to him, and then they were able to recover defensively.
Good keep by Bridgewood. Keller turns it to the net. Another cover from Esposito. Brady, through the first almost 6 minutes of this third period, got to think this has been exactly the way Farmingdale's needed to come out and start this final 20.
Absolutely. No team has really dominated the period so far, and if you're Farmingdale, you're okay with that. And TCNJ's chances have really come to the outside for the most part as that play is offside. And if you're Farmingdale, I mean, one more goal at this point could almost virtually put the game away here.
Yeah, definitely one more for Farmingdale could put this one on ice. Or, as you mentioned just a little while ago, one for TCNJ could flip this game upside down a little bit and provide them with that rallying cry that they need. As it hits a skate, pops right to Dugan on the outside, pad save, rebound, kicks over Helkowski. Keller trying to carry ahead, knifed away by Walter. Walter able to beat Leppert, pad save by Cronin. Leppert with a hack at it off the body of Walter. Bridgewood in to help. He'll take the biscuit and buzz ahead. Dylan Bridgewood, red line, shoots it over the head of Esposito, ends up going out of play. With Joe Minio. Step over, fire it deep. O'Donnell. Quick reversal. Nolte pinches, helps Minio out. And Minio gets it right back to him. Shot on goal, steered away. Minio gets the rebound. We do have a delayed penalty coming here as it's touched up. And TCNJ going to the box. Looks like it's Anthony Arknako.
Yeah, I was able to catch that one in front. Him and Keller jockeying for position as he's none too happy there going to the box, but he just kind of got a little jab up high there into the face of Keller, and the referee was there, caught it. We'll see how aggressive this penalty kill of TCNJ could get here, trailing by 3.
Good thing there was no glass on the penalty box door, Brady.
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't want to say it.
Smith back, trying to go across to Minio, out of reach, but it's going to go across the blue paints of Esposito. Icing will be called here. We saw that happen last week at the Empire playoffs. A penalty box door was slammed and the glass quickly shattered, and we were stuck with a 45-minute delay. D. Walter can't handle it. Nolte scoops it up. Having trouble digging it out of his own feet. Now he does and kicks it outside for Tim Duffy. He'll dump it in. Minio for O'Donnell. Now it's Smith. Tommy Smith walks across. Nolte blasts one. Just missed. And as you said, aggressiveness. They're just hanging a defender way back. Kushner was at the far blue line, Brady. So it was a 5-on-3 inside the zone for the Rams. Again, Kushner just hanging long, trying to create an offensive chance as Kravitz pokes it away and leads the rush. Drops it off to Minio. Minio. Stick handling around, poked out of the zone. McGregor backing him up. For Duffy. Through the middle of the ice, taken away. Back for Kushner. McGregor took a hack, and Kushner takes the puck. Blocked by McGregor. Now Ivers will take it away. Ivers hits Duffy with the pass. Duffy in, loses possession. Gregory backhands it for Kushner. Been in front of him, 20 seconds to go on the power play. Reverse for Alessi. Penalty coming up here on Leppert. And now some extra rough stuff from Leppert on Kushner. Alessi and Stout pushing and shoving. Gibson and Signoretti getting at it now.
Don't want this turning into that game last weekend with the broken glass as well. We saw a chaotic finish to that one. And credit to Kushner on that shift. He was a pest. He was all over that Farmingdale team, of course, once they became the wiser to him kind of leaking behind their defense there. But he was in on the forecheck. He was throwing little jabs at Farmingdale. He got away with it, and now Farmingdale taking exception, but it doesn't appear that they did.
So Leopard's been ejected from this game. Officials congregating now to figure out what all the penalties on the play are. But again, already confirmed, Leopard's gone. He's already made his way to the locker room. I believe that's Gibson in the box right now for TCNJ. Still 11:24 remaining in this hockey game. Parents behind me seem to know what all the calls are.
Still very vocal back there, but it is a long discussion here for the officials.
You don't need to sign up for a ref class. Just come here to the town of Long Beach Ice Arena and sit in with the crowd.
Well, I feel like that goes for most arenas, but today in particular, of course, it has been. The fans very much into it, as they should be. And of course, that oftentimes does come at the expense of the men or women in the stripes.
I see two TCNJ players in the box. We've already had one in there on the... There was a Farmingdale power play that we were in the middle of before all of that broke out. The kerfuffle. We'll see who gets called for Farmingdale here. Again, we know Leppert is gone. Gibson already in the box from that sequence.
And depending on what the call is, could be either way, it's going to be a huge series of events here in this hockey game. And for TCNJ, we're pretty much reaching go time here. Looks like they were on the cusp there of killing that crucial power play for Farmingdale. It looked like they were going to have a power play upcoming of their own, but it looks like it's going to be more than just the initial two for both sides, perhaps.
I heard a loud screeching "what" from the TCNJ bench, so they're definitely not thrilled with one of the calls the officials made.
Another player going, and that is Kushner. Farmingdale box right now is basically empty. Of course, one of them would have been Leppert, but he's hitting the showers early.
They do take a while to warm up here at the City of Long Beach Arena, so that might be helpful. Up there.
I'm going to agree with you, as it doesn't really look like anyone else is headed to the box.
No, we're going right back to the action, so yeah. Farmingdale win the faceoff. It's Alessi who controls it off the boards. One more chip for Del Grosso from Rodriguez. Del Grosso hooks it out front off the pad of Esposito, who covers. One more second of 4-on-4 hockey, and then a long power play for the TCNJ Lions. Brady, I'd call it a golden opportunity for them to come back in this one.
Yes, indeed, and they're going to need at least one, it feels like. There'll still be time left, but if you don't come up with one here, it's going to be extremely difficult. And, of course, being a 5-minute major, you'd like at least one.
Sauced over to Duggan. He'll drive wide. Duggan with a shot. Snagged out of the air by Cronin. Back to the point for Stout. 5-on-4 here. That shot deflects. Cronin off the mask, and he kept the puck out. Stout blows a tire. Rodriguez getting after it. Drops it back for Duggan. Over to Gregory. Gregory cuts back on the hash marks. Center point Stout. Back for Gregory. Seam pass. Doesn't make it to Duggan. He's just got to hack it down low behind the net. Armato poked away Kravitz. Helkowski's there to help. Nolte takes it away. He'll rim it around the weak side. Near side for us here. Helkowski going across off a stick. Stays in the rink. Duggan settles. Goes to the goal line. Touched across to Gregory. Back down. Del Grasso takes it and shoots it 200 feet down the ice. 3:30 remaining on the major penalty to John Leppert.
And not much doing so far. Farmingdale, almost the whole game, it seems, has done a great job keeping TCNJ to the outside, whether it be just even strength or on the power play. Now, a whole lot of dangerous opportunities, but that big save from Cronin moments ago, as you said, off the mask, it looked like it may have caught the butt end of his stick as well.
That one forced in behind the net. Smith clears it off the glass. And Crodell's on his horse. He's on hat trick watch. Almost knocks that one away. He blew a tire, knocked down Esposito. It was unintentional as Walter's trying to get a call out of it. Nothing coming. Gregory swings it across to Scarmato. Through the middle to Walter. Walter goes wide on McGregor. Forced to the corner. McGregor with a bump. Still with Walter. Now poked away. It's May with it. May. Scarmato drops it back to May. Opens up behind the net. It's Scarmato trying to find Duggan. Broken up. McGregor clears. Great stick from double fives in black. Dumped in. Kravitz. He'll go for the high flip. Gregory leaps, keeps it in the zone. Good bunnies there from number 4. Gregory, shot, missed the net. Kept in Stout. He'll take it down to the goal line. Alessi, stick in lane. Return to Stout, 1:50 to go on the power play. Gregory in the middle. Shot blocked by Dylan Bridgewood, and he's got some time. Drains a couple of seconds, then flips it down on goal of Esposito. Keller there. Again, blocking that pass off. May leading the rush. Chip and chase. It's May around, pressed to the wall by Kravitz. Moves it to Keller, and Keller backhands it out of the zone. Took a hit there from Greenspoon. Long pass hits May. Hinge back to Stout. He'll cut through the middle. Stout. Forced wide by Smith. Drops it back. Del Grasso got the stick of Greenspoon. Duggan off the bench, hits Greenspoon. Trying to go back door. Taking away Nolte. Net knocked off. No change for the Rams.
It looked like TCNJ may have been about to set up a quick play out of that. Quick passing down low, but we're at that juncture. Just 53 seconds left on their power play where you gotta come away with one here if you're TCNJ. Otherwise, there'll be about 6.5 minutes left here, and they will be certainly in danger of their season coming to a quick end here in Long Beach.
53 seconds left on the 5-minute major to Leppert. 3-0 lead for Farmingdale. 7:16 to go in regulation. Rodriguez blocks it. Del Grasso clears once more. Ryan Walter ahead. Pass was behind Smith, came off his skate. Rams get it out. They've done a phenomenal job on this penalty kill, as both sides have been excellent on the penalty kill all night long. Neither really able to establish much on their power plays. Nolte gets the stick lifted. Jack Smith on the dump in. Thomas Smith, stick blew up on him. Deflected, that didn't make it to the net. Nolte trying to clear. Smith without a stick trying to get to the bench. Save made Cronin. He'll cover it up, no rebound. That is crucial right there for Farmingdale. Tommy Smith's stick just blew up on him.
That looked like it was going to spell disaster right there. That was numbers down low for TCNJ. And it looked like they would have a golden opportunity with just seconds left in their power play to get on the board, but great recovery again by Farmingdale. It has been a defensive masterclass so far from the team in the black unis today.
6:23 remaining. Rams hold on to the 3-0 advantage, and as Brady mentioned, successfully get out of that penalty kill. As McGregor around to Kravitz, he clears the zone. Glove down by Stout, and hacked into the Farmingdale bench by Gregory. Amendola and Crodell in front of the Farmingdale bench. Crodell was trying to go forwards, knocked down and dumped in by Gaboda. Cronin steers it aside. Off the wall, it's Gregory, defended by Kravitz. He's got him pinned there. We got a penalty coming up here as it's touched up. And now Gregory and Kravitz are wrapped up, and Trabb getting in the mix right now. He and Korobko going at it. Korobko takes Trabb down. Kravitz is on top of Gregory, so each side getting their licks in on this one.
But everything's boiling over now. That's Korobko, who went at it with one of the Rams down there in the corner, and
Trabb.
that was about as close as you could come to a fight without not going full blown. So credit to the officials for getting in the way there. There was almost like a boxing match. The gloves stayed on, but it looks like it could very well be the end of the night for all of those players. I believe one of the Rams already went to the locker room.
So Kravitz and Gregory were escorted off the ice. Trabb and Korobko were escorted off the ice.
And I saw the stick get tossed over the glass. I believe that actually belonged to one of the Lions players that was tossed over by Farmingdale. Of course, up in Connecticut with the M3 team, we saw an opposing stick get tossed up into the netting. The glove just got tossed back onto the ice as well. That I believe belonged to Korobko. Korobko looks like he's headed to the locker room here for TCNJ.
Yeah, he was given the gate as well. And someone just got tossed out of the TCNJ bench. Crodell was given a 5 in a game. He got thrown out for something. He wasn't even on the ice, so that's confusing for me. Kushner was in the penalty box. He just got thrown out of the game. There's a lot going on right now. I just had a fan say that Farmingdale scores every time that the refs blow the whistle, but I believe the way the game hockey works is they score when the puck crosses the goal line. which they've done 3 times tonight.
And I do know exactly which goal he's referring to. That second one, it almost did, in my opinion, too, feel like a quick whistle, but the goal counted. As you said, you were all over the rule book there. But tension's just boiling over here, and without Kushner, without Korobko, TCNJ very much in danger here of their season coming to an end. With just 5:53 left.
So we got 2 for Trabb on the board, 5 for Crodell on the board. Still shaking all of this out. Still some weighing behind us.
Can't please everybody. Looks like we're just about set to play hockey again. We'll see what the penalties are. As of right now, the only things up on the scoreboard are the 2 against Trabb and the 5 against Crodell. So if this is the case, this is monumental for TCNJ.
5-on-3 for a long time here. Full 2-minute 5-on-3. Can they capitalize?
And I mean, it goes without saying, this is your hockey game right here.
Tie up at the circle in the skates of Lombardo. Helkowski drops it back. Walter to Duggan. Duggan with a shot blocked by Smith. Scarmato over, blocked Nolte. He sends it all the way down. Duggan gonna lead the rush. He's over the blue line with a shot, save Cronin, and quickly covers it. 31 seconds gone on the 5-on-3.
Once again, Brian Cronin taking no chances there. Rebound popped out just in front of him outside the crease, and he dives on it. Getting whistles anytime he can.
Brady, we talked about a light bench at the start of the game for TCNJ. Now it's looking real light as Lombardo gonna go forward shorthanded. And he backhands it down the ice once more.
They really only have enough for 2 lines right now. They still got a player in the box, only 6 skaters on the bench.
May carries into the zone. His pass gets blocked, and Alessi sends it down the ice once again. Final 5 minutes here at the town of Long Beach Ice Arena. Farmingdale leading 3-0, shorthanded 5-on-3. Trying to lock this down, book that ticket to the semifinals with Rutgers tomorrow. May goes across, redirected in. Greenspoon in the corner for Stout. Across to Smith, couldn't handle the pass. And it goes to neutral ice, and it's poked away. Keller on a clean breakaway, in, denied by Esposito. Cabada drops it back. It's May receiving the pass from Smith. May enters the zone. From the outside, glove down by Brian Cronin.
Well, the saves just keep getting bigger and bigger here for Esposito. What a play here by Keller. Slick pick of the puck there. Have to have it, save again for Esposito. Looks like Keller may be trying to go 5-hole there, and he closed the door quickly.
So all the mayhem out of that, Brady. It was Korobko and Gregory, 5 in a game for fighting. Trabb and Kravitz, 5 in a game for fighting. Trabb also got called 2-minute minor for holding. Crodell was called 5-minute major game misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct. And Kushner was just given a game misconduct and sent on his way as that shot hits the glass. 5-on-4 now, as Trabb's 2-minute minor has expired. Del Grasso knocked to the ice by Amendola. Pass goes through the skates of Lombardo. It's dumped in, hard check thrown by Del Grasso on Walter, and a penalty gonna be called on it. A charging call going on Del Grasso. So 5-on-3 again, Brady, for a full 2 minutes here.
I mean, if you're TCNJ, you can't ask for much better opportunities than this here in the third period on the power play.
I know there was complaints earlier about not enough penalties on Farmingdale, but I don't think there can be any more.
Especially at this point of the hockey game.
Tommy Smith just got ejected from the game as well.
Now Farmingdale, who has a much fuller bench than TCNJ, is starting to get a little light there as well.
Well, Farmingdale's down to just 3 defensemen now, Brady. The 2 on the ice and Frank Alessi. Kravitz, Smith, and Leppert all gone. 3 defensemen left for Farmingdale for the remainder of this contest. Across for Scarmato. Scarmato peels back to the point for May. Across, it's Walter. Shoots, they score! On the power play, Greenspoon deflects it home, and the Lions are on the board with 3:05 to go.
And we said it only takes one, not much time left, but here we go. Was it redirected? Not sure. Looks like traffic in front. There you go. They get the traffic in front.
It's been difficult for them to beat Brian Cronin tonight. Traffic and a deflection is what gets the job done. Now they're down by 2. 5-on-4 for 2:12 now, Brady.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, too, we'll see if that lack of defensemen for Farmingdale will play a factor here.
You got Bridgewood, who has slid back to play defense for the remainder of this game.
And it's Greenspoon from Walter and May, according to our very own Gabe Takuri there, all over the stats, and a huge goal for TCNJ, right back in it.
May drives in wide, trying to protect the puck. Bridgewood knocks it away. Keller helping out. Drop back for Duggan. He's trying to work to the middle of the ice. Drops it off Stout. Shot is blocked by Del Grasso. 2:30 to go. Del Grasso on the backhand clears it out. It's almost like breathing is a penalty. It's all I've heard all game. Penalty, penalty, penalty. Del Grasso clears it once again. Esposito out of the net. Backhands it ahead. Duggan gonna lead the rush. Drops it back for Stout. Stout shoots, goes wide, helps the Rams break out. 2 minutes to go. Quick up, Helkowski. Driven to the wall by Alessi, it pops middle, and here comes Jace Lombardo from his own blue line. A breakaway, Lombardo, he scores! Jace Lombardo makes it 4-1 with the shorty, puts this game on ice.
Just prior to the TCNJ goal, it was Keller stopped on the power play. He went 5-hole. Where does Lombardo go? Right through the wickets. And it does look like Farmingdale, after that one's going to emerge victorious and have a meeting with the Scarlet Knights tomorrow.
Big time goal, shorthanded from Jace Lombardo. As the power play continues here, Cronin gonna leave this out, and Lombardo will send it. Off a skate, right back to Joe LaChase, and he'll throw it the rest of the way. Right on goal, bounces funny for Esposito. He wanted to play it out, but Lombardo gets on him and forces the whistle. 1:29 remaining in regulation. 36 seconds left on the penalty to Crodell.
Big time win for Farmingdale. It's looking like coming in as the underdog seeding wise, but we talked about how even these teams could be. But what a defensive and goaltending showing from Cronin and company to come away with this victory.
Penalty going to be called here on Helkowski. He gets ejected immediately as Lombardo waves goodbye to him. And he's throwing a absolute fit right now because he was told to just go home. So 4-on-4 for 27 seconds, and then Farmingdale will end this game on a power play. As Helkowski, 2 in a game misconduct for charging.
And the bench gets shorter.
Flipped out, it's McGregor. Nolte behind the net as Fabrizio is leading a dance with the Farmingdale scratch/injury house. Del Grasso on the dump in inside the final minute of hockey here. Rams on the power play now to close this game out. Del Grasso sends it deep. Stopped up Esposito, moves it ahead. Wrap back around for Amendola. Knocked out of the air, Keller, and a high stick will be called with 33 seconds left.
Just not enough firepower today for TCNJ. They had some looks. I feel like nothing all that dangerous in comparison to Farmingdale, at least. And Cronin just having himself a game.
Rodriguez battles through and swings it back to Alessi with 25 left. It's Bridgewood, Greenspoon attacks. Back to Alessi, and Farmingdale content just holding the puck behind their own net here. The Rams start to bang on the boards. I'll tell you who loves the city of Long Beach Ice Arena. It's Brian Cronin. 2 starts, 2 wins for BC in between the pipes. 4-1 victory for Farmingdale over the College of New Jersey. A semifinal matchup with Rutgers awaits.
Cronin lights out today. Of course, did give up the 1 goal on a point shot that looked like it might get TCNJ right back into it. But another shorthanded breakaway. It felt like Farmingdale had a ton of shorthanded looks themselves. They were just all over TCNJ. Phenomenal penalty killing from them. You got to give the Lions credit as well when they went shorthanded, as it felt like a lot of times when teams went shorthanded, it would go right back to even strength at 4-on-4. I'm sure the Farmingdale coaching staff probably wants a little bit more of a disciplined game going into tomorrow, especially against a team like Rutgers, but you got to be pleased with the defensive showing.
Like you said, definitely want to stay out of the box. That was a central theme of this game where the penalty kill was so prominent in this one. I'm sure Farmingdale and TCNJ killed more penalties than they would have liked to throughout the course of this one. It's Farmingdale who come out on top, 4-1 win. Esposito has some words for the officials as he's coming off the ice, which I'm sure they're just laughing off. We've got 2 semifinal games tomorrow, Brady. We got Farmingdale-Rutgers in our first semifinal at 4:15, and then we'll follow that right up with Canisius and RIT. Big win for the Rams in this one. Their first NECHL playoffs, taking down the 4-seed TCNJ in the play-in. Like you said, not easy for the Lions. Getting off the bus, 25 minutes before the game starts? They got in. You could see they had those bus legs on them through the first couple of minutes of that first period. They kind of rallied. They found their game by the end of it. Middle of the second period, they started getting some more chances. But it was really the beginning of this third period where Farmingdale shut them down and didn't really give them that chance to come back.
Yeah, it was a 3-0 game. Fairly even second. It felt like Farmingdale just capitalized on their chances, started to take control. And we expected the push from the College of New Jersey, and credit to Farmingdale, it never fully materialized. The Farmingdale was just all over them defensively. And for all intents and purposes, I guess somewhat of an upset if you look at it technically from the seedings portion of the matchup. But overall, Farmingdale definitely a force to be reckoned with. Rutgers is going to have their hands full tomorrow, but of course, as is the Rams going up now against the 1 seed. It should be a great day of semifinal hockey tomorrow for sure.
Hard-fought battle from the Lions, but not enough to take out the Rams. A 4-1 victory for Farmingdale in this one. 2 goals for John Crodell, including the game winner. 1 from John Leppert, and 1 in the third period, shorthanded from Jace Lombardo, sealed it. And Farmingdale moves on to tomorrow afternoon to face off against Rutgers University Scarlet Knights. 4:15 puck drop here at the City of Long Beach Arena. Make sure you come on down, check it out in person. If not, as always, we got the coverage right here for you, live and free on YouTube. Want to thank Gabe Takuri, Paul Trentini, and Brady Campbell for all their hard work today. My name is Travis Quigley. We all want to thank you at home for being a part of our broadcast, for showing support to the athletes out on the ice. We're back here tomorrow, 2 semifinal games in the NECHL playoffs, live and only right here on the LI Sports Network.